This chapter features some views around about the doors at Southwick, some near the doors and some views a bit further away. These scenes were shot at the rear of the green and just off Stony Lane. In fact, this would be on the opposite side of the street of where the Wellington Tavern once stood. In the background you can see the black Nissan type hut, which was Blythe's taxi garage at one time. And beyond there is Fisher and Hartness drapery shop, the new building to the right of the view, and the garage on the left there. In the background here is the Smith's Arms public house on the green, and the old billboards that stood to the left of them, and beyond that would be the Old Mill pub. This view was at the bottom of Shakespeare Street on the zebra crossing, next to with the Northern Laundry in the background. And here we're in High Southwick School Yard with the old police houses in the background there. These were later demolished. Here you can see the children having a whale of a time in the schoolyard at playtime. This yard that they're in at the moment, in my time, was the boys' yard, whilst the girls' yard was through the gate. This is at the back of Russell Buildings at the rear of the green, and in the background you can see the big grassy embankment, which was a popular venue for young kids with big sheets of cardboard or a plank of wood, and because it was nice and steep, it was an ideal place to slide down. In the background there is the green, and in the background the centre of the shot is the old Southwick Social Club. To the right is Scott's Terrace, which looks at this time to be under demolition. Looking up west back Nelson Street, you can see the Smith's Arms pub in the background, and the billboards, the black billboards to the left. Here Alf has come down the back lane on his bike, and brakes were a necessity at this time because of most of the streets round about were quite steep back lanes. Running around the green with the old police station in the background, and you can see in the background here so that the new shops that are being constructed and we're waiting fitting out, whereas in the background here is the old what we call the old man's shelter, where the old age pensioners used to go and have a game of dominoes and smoke the pipes. It was predominantly male old age pensioner, and never ever saw a woman in there. Again, this is the Northern Laundry at the bottom of Shakespeare Street, with a lollipop man assisting the children across the zebra crossing. This, I believe, is Derek Hedgley, who had a glazier's shop at the top of Stony Lane, and probably round about next door to Riley's, the chemist. This was on the green, and as the camera pans around, you'll see some interesting views as vehicles come past. In the background, the Seaburn buses at the bus stop there, the double decker, and shortly you'll see the Corporation Cleansing Department. This cream and red skip wagon was in the livery of the council. This gentleman, I believe, used to work for Ingram E. Peace and was a printer for him. This bicycle used to stand outside his works, and it was in immaculate condition. He always used to keep it sparkling, polished. And in the background is part of the green where the health centre is now being built. Here's the chimney sweep at work. Sweeping chimneys had to be done at this time because of all the coal fires about. And this is Russell Buildings in the background, probably as Alf's run home from school. This is looking across from back Nelson Street towards Queen Alexandra Bridge. You can see the bridge approach structure is still in place there. It hadn't been demolished, and as he walks down the back lane, you see all of Wellington Street is flattened there, and George Clark's Hammerhead crane is in the background, and John Young's scrapyard in the foreground in the old goods yard. Here Hetty Spoo's looks like she's on her way to the hairdressers, and there's a few shots here of people on the way home from work by the looks of it. This I think is Lindiscrafton and Glasconnell. This view is at the bottom of Stony Lane, looking along Camden Street towards Mary Street. I'll stand at the bus stop here waiting to pick up the bus into Park Lane. There was 2 bus services ran into Park Lane along Camden Street. One was the 48 from Castletown, and this one, which was either the 6A or the 6B, used to run up to Hilton Red House. And you'll see I'll shortly get off the bus. This is Park Lane interchange before the new bus interchange was built. Here we're driving through the town. We're driving up High Street West towards the John Street junction. Turn left into John Street, past Risdon's on the right and Woolworths on the right, and then to St Thomas Street where the car veers right, past the Continental Pub to the junction at Forces Street, which at this time was still the main A19 trunk road. This was before the new bridge was built at Hilton. Here the car is approaching the rear of a bus, which is Wilson's Economic Bus Services from Whitburn. So as that makes its way to Whitburn, you can see as the car goes round the roundabout, Weymouth Colliery in the background there, and the car then crosses Weymouth Bridge and into North Bridge Street now, passing the petrol station on the left, and you can see the sign for the roundabout at the Wee Chief, which at this time was still a roundabout, and was still 2-way traffic along North Bridge Street, and the old lighthouse building there was on the right. This is the old Cora Cinema, which at this time I believe was amusement arcade, and then the car turns into Southwick Road and across the Humpback Bridge, passing Weymouth Pithead Baths on the left hand side here, and all the miners' houses on Southwick Road, passing the Halfway House pub and veering the corner past Carley Road near Sonnett's, onto the green again, the Savoy on the right, and then left into Stony Lane past the Co-op. These views were taken in Goshen Street outside High Southwick School grounds. The children are waiting to go on a trip to somewhere, and that's the bus come to pick them up. Here young Alf comes out of the schoolyard with a few of his friends around him. This is on the east end of the green, with towards the Sun Inn in the background there, and the old Sunderland Corporation Transport bus going past. The articulated lorry there is one of Peter Johnson's, the plumbers, on his way to the shipyard with some big pipes for the ship's engines.